Hello, this is my Magicka Necromancer build for the Ascending Tide DLC. 3 builds: Convergence, Non-Harmony, and PG. The timestamps are shown above. For the first build, we have a Convergence and Harmony build. For a race, we're a Dark Elf, but Khajiit and High Elf are also good options. For the food, we have Bewitched Sugar Skulls, and for the Mundus, we have the Atronach. Starting off with the gear, we've got Dark Convergence on the front bar of 2 maces, none sharpened. It's a great set, big purple pull, pulls in a lot of people at once, and you can do some really nice ulti dumps with your group. Just coordinate that ulti dump, Convergence pulls them all in and bang, you've just wiped out tons of people. Would definitely recommend this set. Obviously from the other set, we have Clever Alchemist, which is really a stalwart of ESO at this point. It's probably been used for years now. It's a big burst when you take your potion, and also the 1 to 4 piece is super nice. We have it as either an ice staff or a reto staff on the back bar. Ice staff's good for blocking, reto staff's good for the hot stacking of your group. Either works, I like both. For the mythic, I've gone for marking. A lot of people like Death Dealer because of the high stat pools from it, but we already have them from Bewitched Sugar Skulls as food. And also the damage and the armor, it's just super nice. For the monster set, we've gone for Magma Incarnate. It's the most well-rounded monster set in the game at the moment. It's always good to have in the group. The one piece is also really, really nice. Just a bit extra recovery. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want it. Skills. We've got 2 skill setups, obviously, for the ice and the resto staffs. You have a Elude there as well, slotted for major evasion from the medium armor, which is another bonus of medium armor, other than the massive amount of spell damage you have. You'll survive ulti dumps you will have never previously survived with major evasion and Elude. It's just a really, really good skill. For the potions, we have the Alliance Spell Draw, as we have no other source of sorcery or prophecy from our skills. And also, obviously, the Magicka is always just needed. The second build is the one a lot of people have been asking about, which is the Hue and Sunder non-harmony build. Hue and Sunder essentially gives you penetration for the amount of people nearby when you do a heavy attack, but this heavy attack can be a medium weave, so you don't actually have to do a full charge one. And you can even do a heavy attack on the back bar and then change bars, and if you change bars quick enough, it'll proc it. So you can range proc it with an ice staff essentially, or a resto staff. It's really, really good, and lots of pen. If you've seen any of my CMXs with 30k pen, it's with this. It's actually just insane, outnumbered. And then we got another really good set for this patch, which is Rallying Cry. Essentially is PA and Transmutation in one set, and it's changed a lot in the game. People don't die as much with this on. You take so little damage from especially Nightblades and other crit classes that it's just hilarious, honestly. You always have to have one in a group, and if you're playing this build solo, 100% use Rallying Cry. Don't even bother with the other options. But if you are playing in a group and you have someone Rallying Cry, use another option, such as this one, which is Olorime, and that's procced off your tether, and that will put a cycle down which gives you and your group mates major courage when you stand in it. Also, it's a really nice amount of recovery from the 2 to 4 piece, which is just always nice to have anyway, just a bit of buffer sustain. And then again, of course, if you either have both buffs already, Olorime and Rallying Cry in your group, or you just don't have access to those sets at the moment, then Clever Alchemist is still always an option. Great amount of burst, as mentioned previously. Then for the skills, we're mostly just going to have the same stuff, apart from we've changed out Grave Robber for Degeneration and Colossus for Dawnbreaker. That's because you need a stun, and obviously it's nice to run and move pots, as you can see, when we have Degeneration. People run Spin to win, but they're pretty stupid for doing that because it's just not worth it and you're going to destroy your stam sustain. So I'd say just go with Degen. And now for champion points. So, for the blue tree, we have Biting Aura, Master at Arms, Duelist Buff, and Ironclad. Pretty standard. If you really want to, you can check out Duelist Buff for a more offensive CP like Fighting Finesse or Deadly Aim. However, it's really nice to have the extra mitigation, especially when this patch of very high damage and also very high healing. It's just really good. For the red TPs, you have Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instinct, and Celerity. Celerity is kind of a flex spot. You can put something else in there, like Slippery. However, Slippery does bug out a lot, and I think Celerity is a better choice. The extra movement speed will save you so many times in PvP. When you just would have got caught out by something, it allows you to just get that little bit of edge of speed on people, especially with medium armor. Now, is a BG build I use, obviously with no CP because it's Battlegrounds, and because of that we need a bit more tankiness. So we have Day Tricky front bar rather than a Hue and Thunder, and also Hue and Thunder might not be worth it a lot of the time as well because there's not enough people. But extra tankiness, super nice, and you just need that extra healing. For the back boss set, I would say definitely go Rallying Cry here. Unless you're pre-queuing with your group and you know you already have Rallying Cry, it's 100% worth bringing still, especially when you're solo queuing with randoms. If they do have Rallying Cry, a lot of time random players just do what they want and they just walk to random places and you never get a proc of it. But yeah, Rallying Cry, just amazing set this patch, probably the most important set that was introduced this patch. Other than that, the build's completely identical, still the same glyphs and traits and everything. So the skills, the exact same again. It's just not much difference. It's very standard setup and move pots, and yeah. So that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed. Like, subscribe, whatever. I don't know what to do at this point. Yeah, see ya.